Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I'm Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. Alright guys, today we're going to talk about Chipman, the Director of ATF nominee that just went through the Senate Judiciary Committee. I'm sure you guys saw it on YouTube. We did a few clips out on this channel. But we're going to talk about something a little bit different. What are the actual odds that he gets confirmed? How does he get confirmed? And what does the previous studying that we've done on this channel together lead us to the potential outcome? I'm going to say flat out right now, I'm not a fortune teller. I can't tell you what's going to happen, but we can study previous existing situations and extrapolate what is probably going to happen now based on the current climate. Again, I'm putting 50-50 on this. I don't know if he's going to be confirmed. One thing I do know for sure, it is going to be razor thin. I bet it will be 50-50 with VP Harris putting the deciding vote. He gets in 51-50. That's if it passes. If he gets confirmed, that's how it gets confirmed. That's my opinion. But now, let's talk about a few things that they need in order to make this happen. And I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this because this is just conjecture at this point, but it's based on reality of facts and history. So let's go here. All right, again, let me know what you think in the comments field below. So here's what we're dealing with. They got to get 50 votes. Flat out. They have to be confirmed in the United States Senate with 50 votes minimum, because if they get 50 votes, then the tiebreaker goes to VP Harris. It's 51-50, like I mentioned. However, there's a few situations which they have to lock down. First of all, they have to get every single Democratic senator. Now, I don't think that they're going to get every Democratic senator. In fact, some of the evidence and things that have been coming out is they're trying to court Republicans to get more support. If they felt confident they had the Democratic caucus locked down, then they wouldn't be seeking Republican support. That's one. Okay, that's important. Now, that's kind of a tell, and what we've been studying for the past 6 months is a lot of the things about H.R. 8 and 1446, both background check bills that came out of the House and stalled in the Senate because they didn't have the support. Namely, they didn't have the support from Manchin from West Virginia, almost every single Republican, and Sinema didn't really support it either. She was a little more quiet on it. Now, here's the part that's interesting. If they need to get 50 and they only have 50 and they lose 2, let's say you lose Manchin, very gun-friendly state of West Virginia, and you lose Sinema, Arizona, also a very gun-friendly state. You put it at 48. Okay, so if you need 50 and you're at 48, you're in the hole. This is where it can make sense that they're coming in and they're supporting to get more Republicans on board. Now, the two people that I've read a few different places, and I'm just kind of stipulating here, or I'm just spitballing here. Toomey from Pennsylvania, they're kind of targeting, and then Susan Collins from Maine. Okay, we're going to talk about Susan Collins in a second, but the important one here is Toomey. They think they can pick Toomey off and support for Chipman. Again, they might, but here's some background information which would help you and kind of give you an idea of what may happen. So previously, H.R. 8 and 1446 were background checks bills. Now, they are reiterations of earlier background check bills that went through different Senates and different Congresses. The important thing to note here is previously, Manchin and Toomey teamed up on gun control support. I think it was in 2011. I think that was the year. But they basically said we need to do something, so they focused on background checks with a very heavy emphasis on protecting private sellers, or the gun show loophole. One of the reasons they did this is because they believe that the Democratic plans went too far and something needed to be done. Now that is an interesting thing, but nothing happened or came of that. Fast forward to now, and Toomey holds to the exact same standards. The H.R. 8 and 1446 were too vague. They did not carve out protections for individual sellers. He said that, and we'd covered it on this channel. You can go back and check it out. Manchin, same thing. He said that it did not carve out and protect the individual people of West Virginia, especially around their gun rights. Now, the reason that's important and those players are the same is because Toomey still has the same stances that he did in 2011. Manchin, very gun-friendly state. I honestly don't see Manchin holding out on H.R. 8 and 1446, but voting for Chipman. That doesn't make sense, and you guys can let me know what you think below, like I said. So, if they lose Manchin and Sinema, and they can't close Toomey, that means that they're still sitting at 48. Then they go after Susan Collins, who is a renowned rhino. Susan Collins is already getting a lot of pressure from the right, especially the gun groups in her state, and she's even said it, and we covered it in yesterday's video. She's getting a lot of support, or excuse me, a lot of emphasis on not supporting Chipman. She's still wishy-washy, but there's a lot of emphasis. At this point, even if they get, again, the current math we're talking about, even if they get Susan Collins to vote for Chipman, they're still one vote short. That puts them at 49. And that's assuming every other Democrat votes with him. And that might be a long shot. I'm still putting this at 50-50, but that's a little bit of the background, at least how I'm seeing it. Those are my optics. I'm putting this at 50-50. It's going to be a razor's edge. Whichever way it goes, it's going to be really, really close. I'll be honest, if he does not get confirmed, that's a massive win for the gun community. If he does get confirmed, we're going to have a lot more video content coming your way, specifically around the ATF, because he's going to be an activist. He is. That's what he is. He said he was in the Senate Judiciary Committee yesterday. But this is where it's incredibly important. Every single thing that you guys do matters. I've preached that for months now, because look at what's happening around you. Everything matters. This is a time where you utilize your voice, you utilize your constituency, and you call your senator. This is not a House of Representatives thing. This is a senator. You got 2 in your state. Google their names for your state. Say U.S. Senator Oregon, U.S. Senator Georgia, U.S. Senator interstate here. Their contact information for their office, and say politely and professionally, I do not request you to support Chipman because he's anti-gun and I want to know your stance. That type of pressure and blowing up those phone lines, figuratively, and sending emails off is going to get attention. I know there's no immediate response and you don't feel like anything's happening sometimes, but every single step that you do matters. And the one thing that I would ask you, even if you think nothing is going to happen, is your freedom and the Second Amendment passing along to the next generation worth 10 minutes on an email? Yes, it is. Because your voice matters and you can do amazing things. And together we are, this channel and you are making some amazing things happen. Just look around. And that's my message for you guys today. Let me know what you think in the comments field below. And until tomorrow, I'm Braden. See you later.